It's lit.
So now we're people?
Wait, I do have a question though.
I tell humans.
You tell humans, other people?
Yeah.
So on the last EP, we talked about.
Ooh, EP.
We didn't ask him what tricking was.
We sure did not.
We got
Episode part
we
2.
got part 2 coming.
So we did talk about pegging, right? Like that came up, and then
Oh
we had a side conversation.
Why is that outside?
Listen.
We need a check-in question.
Yeah. So, is it okay for men to get their ass ate out?
Oh my
Like,
God.
is that considered? I would never eat an ass.
Is this our check-in question? This is not our check-in question.
Why are we so
What's
like
our check-in
vulgar?
question?
What?
I just wanted to know. Have you ever got your ass ate out?
No. And I'm good.
But is it considered gay to get your ass ate out? Like, if your friend was like, "Bro, I got my ass ate out," and it was amazing
By a woman.
by a woman. Like, what if that information was disclosed to you?
See,
What if the most beautiful woman on earth just
Wants to put her face
was
in
just
your
want
ass.
just
I mean, the fact that the most beautiful woman on earth wants to do that is amazing.
sure, go ahead, do it.
No, that's not what I said.
Are we being recorded?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
dang it.
amazing. But I'm like, at the end of the day, this is my thing.
Just answer the question.
No. I don't
You know
just
he's
answer
not
shit.
just gonna answer the question.
My whole point is this: like the positions that you have to be in for this to take place is out of line.
It's really not though, because you.
Yeah, but I'm just saying if you're if you're down there already, you might. I don't know.
I don't know if anybody caught that.
We're not gonna.
just talking about.
This
No.
we're just talking about. We're
No.
talking about it in the front of you.
In the great words of Say Sorry, we're not gonna just pass over this. All I heard was, "Well, 'cause you," and the point went to Jessica. So I'm just gonna be like, Jessica. All I'm gonna say is, Jessica. Huh?
Have you ever ate ass?
And that's how the cookie crumbles.
Well, this is Jessica Lola.
You
Hold on. Now she gotta do a discovery. And I am.
What is eating ass? Is that what you're gonna ask?
No, I mean like I don't think I have. I just if I think what it is, like when I see it in like you
Okay,
know,
has your mouth like
my mouth has been close to there.
how close?
Pretty close. I think back on this. Pretty close. Pretty close.
Huh.
See, when she say pretty close, that means it been there. You can't just say pretty close. And
Pretty close.
It kind of been.
I just said
around.
it. Close.
Yeah, it been around the area. Nah. You was like, oh, let me just get her. Did you? Hey, Jessica, did you go?
Okay, so
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Is this? That was a good one. Thank you, Chase.
Oh my god! And with that said,
Hey, I'm Stay Sorry,
Jessica Lola.
King Colin P.
and we are
Houston, I'm just saying.
You don't fucking
Chase,
listen.
You're the one who made the
don't
recommendation.
fucking
He
listen.
made the recommendation too. He was like, "Hey guys, we need to make sure we say it together."
Don't fucking
So when we're on
So
it,
why to God I never said that.
Okay. So
No. So
What
let's
did he
get
say?
let's get this out in the open. People, what I said was, when we have guests here, we should make sure that they say it.
do we really have
and then have a
It's kinda-
compilation.
It's kind of fun to do that.
to?
Yeah, and then we have a compilation
Chase likes his long
later.
stories.
Yeah, I do. I like to spend the time. So yeah, we have a compilation of everyone who is a guest saying it right behind each other. Sway in the morning, sway in the morning, sway in the morning. Houston, I'm just saying. That's how it goes.
So me and Stacey just did.
Say it 10 times.
I've been
fast.
I still think we should say it together. But go on,
Wag.
whatever.
About that.
Wag. Matter of fact, y'all can say it together. Y'all can say it together, and I'm just gonna be like,
I can lay roses at your feet. So only morning just what is on your shoe. I want you to want me.
Like you just did.
exactly.
Got it.
All right, so I mean, I thought we were gonna get drinks. Like, I thought that's
What's
what we
up?
were gonna do that
Y'all
before
ain't
we
ready?
started. I seriously thought that I
I
was
can
gonna get a
pour
drink.
up like the liquor right there.
Please.
Mm.
So, preferred communications. That's what we discussing today, guys.
Preferred communications.
So,
what's
when,
the definition
when I
of preferred?
say that,
She said, "How do you
What do you
want
prefer?
it?"
yeah, what do you prefer? So, I have this thing that I do, and I actually prefer
FaceTime. Oh, yes, that's what you were gonna
I
say.
FaceTime everybody.
Yeah.
And to the point to where some people are like, "You are so disrespectful." That's not even my glass.
But where is yours?
Are you sure? Because that one's my glass. The one's
Mine's
actually-
downstairs.
There's.
Oh my
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Did Des have a wine glass?
Yeah, we all had wine glasses because we class.
Then hers probably is downstairs.
It is for a fact. But yeah, so I prefer to FaceTime. And I FaceTime everybody.
You need to have a bottle. Like a
So I've
bottle.
actually been experimenting with FaceTime lately, and I've been FaceTiming people, because I have a mount thing on my car. I actually kind of like FaceTime.
I like it because it's like you can see the people's reactions. I honestly FaceTime over call. Like when you call me, I'm like, what is this normal call? Like I can't see you. I hate it. Other than like with people that I work with, all my family, all my friends, group FaceTime is like the best thing to ever happen to me. Ever. It's the best. So yeah.
So basically, what this means is you got a damn good battery life. Your shit be hella charged.
All the time.
It's a damn shame.
Yep. I FaceTime everybody.
That's how you know your shit organized. Is
'Cause you
your
have a
phone
car
always charged?
Yes. Car charger.
Man, my shit be on 10% forever.
Oh,
Mine
no.
is too.
Swear
I
to
just
God.
hate
I
charging
panic.
it. Do you ever just lay next to your phone? You know it's not charged, but you just
I'm
want
like, but I just can't reach
I
over.
just don't want to.
can't
I just don't
reach.
want to charge it.
No.
I could wake up in the morning, it'll be fully
And
charged,
that
but I'm
hand-
gonna
yeah.
not do it. Nope.
That hands-free charging bullshit where you just put it, that shit's so slow.
It charges slowly.
Yeah, when you put it on like a little pad or something. No. Mm-mm.
What's your preferred communication, Chase?
Talk. Texting is cool, but things get lost in translation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll do a text with a follow-up call. Because sometimes I know what I'm saying will get lost. Because what I'm saying most likely is at the end of the conversation, and we in the middle.
Why don't you just call? Why you have to do a follow up?
But
Man,
so your
I'm at
preferred
work.
is to either
You know
call,
what I'm
like,
saying?
if it was, no matter who it was, if you were gonna do a phone call, text, FaceTime, it's gonna be a call.
Yeah, FaceTime is like, to me, if a motherfucker like hit you like on a FaceTime out the blue, it's like showing up to my house before and not calling.
Yep, I do not even care. I've been told that many of times.
Like that
Don't
shit
give a
makes
fuck.
so much sense. You don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
But here's the thing: you cannot answer too. Like either not answer
Just
and
like I
just
could
call.
not answer my door,
then I'd
but
be
they're
like-
both rude.
And then it's like, but do I text you and say, hey, I didn't answer your FaceTime, but what do you want? Like, that's.
straight up.
No.
Hey, I saw you called me. I didn't answer because I
Hey,
didn't feel like
I-
talking. What do you want?
I'll give you a perfect example. One Saturday, I was asleep on my couch at fucking 8 a.m. I heard the doorbell. I literally got up, walked to the door, looked through it, and then went back and laid on the couch.
Who was at the door?
Some fucking body.
Was it someone like a family member or a friend?
No, it was just a random person.
You
But
know
it's not going to be random
Like,
people
I
that are
literally-
FaceTiming you. It's going to be people that you know.
Man, I looked at the motherfucker.
But yeah,
Don't ring my doorbell.
You cannot answer to someone you,
You know,
don't know.
I was in
like,
the shower the other
yeah.
day, and the doorbell rang, and I ran downstairs because for some reason I thought the puppy got out of the backyard, and somebody just bring me back fits. But anyways, and it was like the Vivint guy, the home security, and I was like, and I opened him in a bathrobe, and he was like, "Hey, are you the new homeowner?" And I'm like, yes, I already have home security. He's like, oh, okay, with who? And I'm like, Comcast. Oh, well, and I'm like, I work for them. So you no, I just told you I work for them. I don't. And I just stared at him for a second. It's like, bro, my hair is wet. There's soap in it. I'm in a robe, and you're trying to talk to me about home security?
At that
Disrespect.
Point, at that point,
get out my face.
He just trying to stall.
Yeah, it was rude.
So what's your preferred?
So I'm actually kind of switching. I like text messages if it's quick, but I'm actually starting to switch over to just like call me, and then
When did this switch happen?
Let me have a phone conversation.
Did this switch happen?
If y'all noticed, I've been calling people more.
There's
chat.
I don't feel like it's been more or less. I feel like it's been regular, but maybe to others.
Yeah, I've been like, and then I've been FaceTiming people that I know have FaceTime because I'm just like, whatever. I don't know. I'm kind of switching. I'm seeing the value in watching somebody's facial expression or like hearing their voice.
I think there's a tiff in the Lola Ari camp.
There is no tiff.
When did this happen?
No, she calls me all the time.
But
I mean, just in general. In general, like for other
But
people.
see, I see Stacey so much that like there's no reason for me to like call unless I'm like, what are you eating right now? Oh, okay, nothing. This is awkward.
No food.
No, yeah, exactly.
So, do you guys think that texting is a good way to get to know somebody? Because that seems to be a thing now.
It is, but it's not. I mean, you still need the calls. The phone calls are paramount to get.
How about just interaction?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Your interactions aren't always going to be with somebody that's very close to you, right?
Or you see them all the time.
They may not be, in your city. You know what I'm saying? Like, things are different in this day and age. So with that being said,
I miss the good old days in high school where you would talk to somebody on the phone for hours at night. Not that I want to do that now, but it was nice because you really had some interesting conversations at 12 o'clock at night on the home phone, hoping your parents don't pick up.
And you can still have those, goddammit, but they are going to be, times are different.
I mean, we're
so
older
I'm saying
too.
now you can text message. Now you can have conversations that
DM.
Text don't do it.
I agree.
Text is going to be read in my voice to me.
Yeah.
What?
You see what I'm saying?
So if I text you, you're going to read it in your voice.
I'm reading it in my voice, but what I'm saying is, if I don't know you, so I don't know your voice. I don't know your inner voice.
Sorry, this is funny.
I don't know my inner voice.
What is my inner voice? Probably
What
sounds
my inner voice
like
sound
Because whatever you're saying, you're not speaking it out loud. You're speaking it. You know what I'm saying? You're
just reading it. I never even thought about that.
You're compelling a thought. You're compelling a thought to another person. You're not even saying anything.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, you're thinking it and you're typing it.
But I don't think is it in my voice?
You see how I just mind fucked y'all?
When they read my message, they're reading it as if
They're
in
not
their
reading
voice.
it. It depends on how much. So what I'm saying is, this is the problem. It depends on how much the person knows you, right? Because when you type it, you're typing it how you're thinking it, right? So when a person reads it, when you're getting to know somebody, you don't know how that person talks like that on that particular level, right? So unless you have that time, from a communication standpoint, talking on the phone and having verbal communication or verbal interactions and face-to-face interactions, you're not going to know how to take it. That's why things get lost in what they call translation. The translation is the medium in which you guys are communicating, and I'm done.
Yeah, and then I also feel like with online dating or when people sliding into your DMs and you're talking to them, you're the only one.
Y'all whack.
I don't. Where's my glass?
You can just have a bottle.
Well, give it here then.
Dang! Stacey's my glass is right there.
What you want?
I'll just give it back to me.
Just give it.
Now it's warm.
Drinking Jameson out of the bottle. So, yeah, my issue is that I feel like, especially when you meet somebody, right? A lot of times they want to communicate over text message. It's very rare that I run into somebody like that where I went on one date or even, before we even get to a date,
Yes.
it's very rare that they want to talk. Like, I have to communicate. Like, I really want to talk to you, like, on the phone or on FaceTime. Like, it's not the same. Like, a lot of men don't have that same mentality.
And like, I think it depends the age, too, because there are some men that I meet and they don't like to text message, but I definitely just think that text messaging has caused rifts in how we make relationships with people.
It does.
Because you could type a big old message and then like somebody doesn't respond. You're like, I shared all of my feelings. They didn't even write a response. And then it creates this, like, that's what text messaging has done. It has taken like the emotion and like your actual thoughts out of a conversation. And it's just, you're left on red.
And there's no time frame, right? Because when you text someone, typically you don't wait for them to text you right back. So it's like, well, damn, you text me the next day. Like, that's not even fair. It's not even fair. I don't like the way this
sorry, I was
communication's
busy. I was working. I had to text you 4 hours later.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But see, people don't understand the context. I'm not saying they don't understand the context of a text message. But a lot of people, you want your text back when you want it back.
I want it back right now.
You do. But
So you basically want a conversation.
It's a text. Yeah, you want a conversation in a text message. And that's not necessarily it. I mean, I had a situation where, okay, you text me, but then you see me put some shit on Instagram.
Oh, you ready for a fight then? You ready for a fight.
But you don't necessarily understand, like, you don't know what my mind state. I might not just be going straight to my text messages like that.
Well, I mean, or what if you're having an argument, a normal argument or a normal tiff or whatever, you might take a break and come back to it. Maybe you took a break and went to Instagram and posted, and then you're like, I'm going to respond to that in a minute. Like, it's just...
No, that's a problem for me. Don't leave.
I'm not saying...
Not respond to me and then post on social media.
Or you talking about just in general? Or
I'm talking about like
it doesn't matter.
I don't like that either. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what texting has done. Like, texting, even though it's just texting, it should only be texting, but a lot of people treat it as if it's like the actual conversation piece that we had before there was texting.
So the thing about texting is there should be connotations in the text message for whole points. And what I'm saying is, like, let's say you was reading like a novel or a narrative or something like that, and they were like, he went up the stairs quietly. You know what I'm saying? They give you that little piece. That lets
How did you
know,
say this? Yelling?
Right. That lets you
I'm yelling.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we have LOL and...
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is, in other words, there are points when you are talking to somebody and they text you something and you don't know what you're about to say yet. So what you end up doing is you be like, I'm just going to text later. Most likely what we should do, since this is a text conversation, but you're treating it like an actual conversation.
Put it thinking.
What you should be putting is, I don't have a response for this right now. I'm going to have to get back to you.
But that's just etiquette now. Like, I mean,
you shouldn't have to do that, but clearly that's what, you didn't text back. Because I didn't know what I was going to say.
No, but
what the fuck you going to say to that? You want me to say some shit and I ain't thought about it?
Yes.
You do? Yep. But normally y'all say men should think before they say something.
I'm only making that for this one point.
Come on.
That I don't have. All I'm saying is...
Yep. Y'all ain't ready.
Don't take hours and days to text me back, but you're doing other things.
Yeah. If I'm important,
that's all I'm saying.
You should
think. At the club.
Yeah, you see, this is what I mean. Like, you're out having the time of your life, and like I just said something, that I felt that was important.
He in there like bottle, we in here.
On live. The fuck? No. No.
Wait, you know what's funny though is
shout out to all my.
What was your first phone ever? Like
first
phone.
cell phone?
Cell phone.
My first cell phone was the Nokia. What was that Nokia with the snake on it?
Yep. I had that one first, and I had a blackjack.
I had a Sony Ericsson first.
I had that. And I had
that
a
was
Razor.
my first seller.
The Razor.
So like, you notice how in those phones, like, it was good to like abbreviate text, or that was like the thing, like
forever
to make things short. And now it's like we're super happy because we could type a novel with how easy our phone is set up in like 2 seconds. So it's like, really, it shouldn't be reserved for, like, if you're gonna have a novel and you're waiting for a response, you should have just called. Call
Agreed.
me.
I
Like,
definitely prefer to, of course.
you know how you could not wait. You could just call them and have a conversation on the phone. That way, if they're gonna not respond, they can just be quiet and be like, "You ain't got a response," and then y'all can have that argument over the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
sad.
So how do you feel when you get left on red?
Oh, left
It
on
is
red.
such a tool. Because we all do it. I think we've all done it at some point. You left somebody on red.
Wait,
just
so
to
what
prove
is
a
left
point.
on red exactly? Like, is it when they don't open your message and like they just don't respond or do anything, or is it when they read it and then they don't respond still? Like, is that being left on red?
I'm gonna look up the actual Urban
Oh,
Dictionary.
I know what it is.
Well, then
but
enlighten us, please.
I would say that left on red is what you said. In other words, you have to be able to see like you have to get the read receipt.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they've read it, they're
Yeah.
just not responding.
Yes. But
left on red per the Urban Dictionary.
But my guys out there, hey, if you hear me, just turn read receipts off.
Yeah, I don't have that on either. I don't.
You see what I'm saying? Why?
There's a few. The top definition is the highest level of disrespect a human can receive. It is
Damn.
it is associated with but then the other definition is when someone reads someone's text but does not reply.
Okay, so that's the definition.
I'm good.
We're here.
I don't care.
Okay, so here I may have left people
She
on
knows
red.
she did.
Of
She left.
I have.
She left 2 of y'all on red last night. Them 2 dudes was in her DMs after the last
I
episode.
may have left people
Yeah.
on red, but I hate being left on red.
Which is what women always want to do, the double
Why do you
standard,
leave people
bro.
on red? What's your reasoning behind leaving people on red?
So, when do I leave people on red?
But all the time.
That's not true.
I don't know.
No, that's not true. I respond and I try to engage. When
Oh, I know
probably
when I
af-
do it. I know when. Go ahead.
probably after like I lose interest. Like I don't know if that's left on red or ghosting. Like what's
Ooh, left on red.
But see, you also
left on,
don't respond to things if they don't like if you don't have a response. Is that being left on red?
No, I mean, you know what?
That's
Left
still
on red
left
is when
on
you're in the
red.
midst of a like kind of a conversation, but you just kind of cut it off at that point.
Left
Yeah.
on red is the stepchild of ghosting.
It is, right? Because I was
Yeah.
like,
They
I feel like
related.
my red is more of like a ghost.
They're definitely
So
related.
like I'm ghosting you
I
at
really
this
don't fuck
point.
with you. Yep.
I do it, but then it depends because then sometimes I'll respond like way later, and I'll just be like, oh.
But what's
I
way
forgot.
later? Because like, what's the time frame of ghosting? Like, is it 3 days? Is it 4 days? Like,
Oh, if I ghost you, it's like permanent. Like if there's a reason,
Right.
I don't whatever. But if I'm using red as like a tool, it might be like 3 hours later. I'm like, oh hey, sorry, I was working.
but that's
blah,
not being
blah,
left
blah,
on red because
Oh.
you're still responding at some point.
I'm responding, but I wanted them to have that like feeling of, oh crap, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe this, or maybe that. It's like
Yeah,
a tool of being left on red.
yeah. Because I feel I've left someone on red that I was interested in because I started talking to someone else, and then and then I stopped talking to that someone else and tried to come back, and he wasn't having it.
I'm glad she was
I do
honest
that.
there.
I do that on the
Y'all
dating
heard-
apps
I
though.
hope
Like
y'all
I'll
heard
set
that
up a
pimp
date.
shit. I hope y'all heard that pimp shit that just all of a sudden came up like she was a real nigga.
No, but all I'm saying is like
I left
my
him on
interest
red
doesn't
and
work
act
that
like I
way.
was busy because I was really fucking with this other nigga. And then I was like, you know,
I tried
I'm
to
just
come
gonna,
back
yeah, I'm just
and
gonna try to, you know,
He wouldn't let me
let me
come back.
finesse, but no.
No, because I can't occupy a lot of my time like on multiple people. Like I just can't. So I try to talk to only one person at a
Yeah,
time.
how many good morning texts do I really need to answer?
There was like it was like 5 or 6 that I was getting. I was like, I can't do this. Like I'm not that cool. I can't do it. So Chase, how many women do you ghost or left on red? Left on red or ghost.
Left on red or ghost?
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, we'll say left on red first. Like, is that what you do? Is that something you do?
It's not intentional unless it is. And I say that to say, you know, some people you can tell like, oh no, bro, it's like something wrong with her. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a really fucked up person for me to leave you on red with ill intention.
Is that ghosting though? Like
That would be ghosting.
You're ghosting.
That would be ghosting, right? But yeah, left on red could be I got busy or whatever. Or I didn't know what I didn't know. This is a big one. I left you on red because I wanted to say something. I may have thought of it, and then something happened, and I pivoted and went to go do something else, and I forgot to like text back. And now you left on red. And the reason why it becomes left on red is because you followed up with, well, damn, what the fuck happened? You see what I'm saying? When they do the follow up, like acknowledging that you didn't text back yet.
That's definitely you stamped the
Yeah.
left on red.
In other words, you made it left on red. You really wasn't left on red yet. But I was either doing something, or thinking of something, but you saw me do something else, like go on Instagram, post something. Oh, so you can boom, boom, boom. You can
just
do this,
acknowledged it.
but you can do that, boom. And I'm like,
but if you take a full day, like the next day or two, and then you respond, because I've had people like answer a question that I asked 2 days ago and answer it like
that's some gangster
they
shit.
popped back in.
I've definitely done that.
I've had that done to me. Actually, the last guy.
Most definitely.
It would be like, oh, hey, this, and then the next day it'd be like,
what'd you eat for dinner?
Yeah. or oh, that was so funny.
And what's funny is you feel
responding to something I put.
You be feeling
a day ago.
uneasy. You be feeling uneasy shit when you text like, damn.
Like I wish you could unsend text messages. Like you can unsend like Insta DMs. I wish.
Oh, hey, let me get this little tidbit. But if you ever do that, if you ever text, 2 days after you receive a text message, just be like, oh damn, I texted this like 2 days ago, but it didn't send.
Nah, that shit ain't gonna work with us.
It ain't gonna work.
Nah.
It happens though.
No, it does not. Two days later, no, it doesn't.
It do happen.
Nah.
It happens
Fam.
when it don't actually
fam.
go through.
Nah, fam.
I
You
mean,
tell that to a dummy, because that's not true.
But I didn't
I've had that
actually
happen.
resend it again.
It's not true, ladies.
I didn't
If
double
you ever
resend.
got that from Chase, it's not true, because that's
true.
not the way cell phones
It's
work.
true.
If you think it
Well,
does,
and
Actually-
she's right though, because if that was true, I would hope that you would have thought of me that important
about to get
where
ghosted.
you would have went to go see within those 2 days if your message was sent or if I had responded. So if you didn't check for 2 whole days for my reply, and you're like, oh, I didn't see that.
But see, that's the difference right there. That's the difference right there. Because it's like, all right, so
That we're not dummies.
So no. see, I sent my message. Oh, so she ain't gonna respond, and you be like, oh, because that's the other plight. The other plight is everybody worried about the last person that responded. You see, I got quiet as fuck.
I used to like.
You see how quiet? Because y'all don't women do not double text.
No, I was gonna say I don't care. I will double, quadruple, quintuplet text you if I feel like I want to.
Full of shit.
So, okay, let's define double text. Double text is when someone left you on red,
and then you boom,
and then you text
come back.
again.
Yep,
not
back.
the hey, why the fuck you ain't answer my message?
No,
but
you just come back
just
on
like,
some
hey,
other shit. Yeah, like what's up,
buddy?
They don't do that no more. They don't do it no more.
Here's the thing,
because what that is a reassurance of your interest in the person, and people don't want to be that vulnerable.
I have done this double text thing that we're discussing. I have done it, but it's like at that point, if I have to do all of that, then obviously you're not interested in me. Like that's kind of my
one double text.
I'm not saying one, but I'm saying if like we were in the midst of a conversation, you left me on red,
what's
right?
The
You never responded, and then I text you back. You never even responded. You never cared to respond or call or do anything, and you want me to text you again. I've done it, and I do it, but I'm just saying it's just kind of like it shows.
Is it no? See, that's your problem.
It does show though.
It shows something.
You gotta everything shows some shit. But are you actually going deeper, or are you gonna fucking keep on like putting on the last shit? Stop putting the new shit on the old shit.
But that's not what we're doing here. If you're leaving me on red, right? We're in the midst of a conversation, a text.
Are you gonna see what my nigga was doing? What was going on that you left me on red?
If I see him posting on social media and all that, I'm definitely not gonna double text.
What is he posting?
What is he posting?
Exactly.
Himself, whatever it is. It doesn't matter because he's still posting, which means he has his phone in his hand and he's posting on that bitch. Boop, boop, boop,
you see what I'm saying?
He can text me back.
And that's the problem, right?
It's not the problem though. That's it. But wait, are we talking about somebody we're in a relationship with or somebody we're just talking to? Because I mean, like
if you're in a relationship, double texting, I'll text you till my phone dies.
Where you at? Where you was at? Where you about to be?
But yeah, but I mean, if we're talking, then yeah, I mean, if I am not a priority enough for you to even message me back, like, and that's fine. I just gotta know that I'm not a priority, and then I won't text you anymore. That's cool. Text, call, whatever.
At what point is it y'all are supposed to show the interest too?
But
like,
do you see the? But what I'm saying is, you see the difference between when you talking to somebody and when you not. Like, in other words, when you're in a relationship with somebody, and then when you're not. Right. There was a very big culture shift, right? Oh, I'm not culture shift. An attitude change in how you guys approach it, which is understandable. And the big difference between the two is you know the person, right? And you're involved with the person as well. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is, maybe before you get to the point where like, nah, fuck him or whatever, you may want to figure out why he's doing what he's doing. I mean, yeah, if he just a fuck nigga, then he's just a fuck nigga. But it may be a reason why.
What's the proper questions to ask them if they're a fuck nigga without saying,
I'm sorry, sir. Are you one of those guys?
Yeah. What's the question? Like, you can't just you don't just know that.
I know, but what I'm saying, yeah, when you're getting to know something, you're getting to know somebody, right? But what I'm saying is, I would not abruptly like attack it the way that you have previously when you come across it. Actually see what's going on. Actually see the type of person you're dealing with.
Well, I would hope that with each and every relationship we progress, that we get a little better at determining the people that are and are not wasting our time via double, triple, ghosting,
all this shit is defense. All
whatever.
what we're talking about, I mean, it's null and void. It's all defense mechanisms. All this shit is defense mechanism. Because I can tell how, like this conversation, I can tell how I'm just going to do blah, blah, blah. Well, you didn't put clearly the time didn't we put in. All you did was you saw a sign of some shit that you had experienced before, right? And then you made a judgment call. No. You're like, instead of me wasting my time.
But it's common sense. Like, if you're not going to put priority to me.
It's common sense now. It's common sense with a person you're talking to.
I'm not saying.
But when it's somebody that you're in a relationship with.
It's different. But what I'm saying is me saying, okay, well, you not taking the time out to text me. That's not me saying, oh, well, because the past guy that I was just talking to didn't text me back. He was doing this. So obviously you're doing the same exact thing. That's not where I'm coming from. You can everybody makes time for the things they want to make time for, is my point.
Yeah,
so if you want to make time to talk to me, you will make time to talk to me. If you don't want to make time to talk to me, you won't make the time, and that's fine. But I'm not gonna text you.
So I'm not saying that a person shouldn't make the time to talk to you. They definitely should. What I'm saying is, you have to meet in the middle.
I agree.
You have to definitely meet in the middle, and sometimes in the essence or in the the pursuit of making time, sometimes there's an allotment of time that was actually way too much at the beginning, and then things change for one of the parties involved, and then the other party involved is trying to figure out what the fuck happened. He changed or she changed. What caused it? And then it automatically goes left to say that, oh, he must be doing something or she must be doing something that's out of line. And they don't even take the time to figure out what it is. They just know that something changed. So in that's the problem, because, like I said, women believe in patterns.
Yep.
And there's a communication barrier there, because instead of communicating with the person that you really fucking with, you'll go talk to your friend, or you'll just react over, old circumstances.
That was like the last guy that I dated.
Never.
But
patterns. Him talking, but I did talk to him, and I asked.
She did.
And I asked, and I tried to be understanding of all this, but his actions did not meet up with what he was saying. So it just was one of those things that, yeah.
And
patterns.
see, that's a different stage as well. So it also depends on the stages, right? So if you've gone on one date with someone and then they do this behavior,
you probably wouldn't
different than when you've been on 5 dates with someone and they have this behavior and it's like outside of the norm, where it's like, well, maybe something's going on, right?
Or especially outside the norm of what is normally expected at this stage of a relationship, or at the relationship I was in, at least.
Yeah, what's expected at one stage is one thing for two people. When that one person is with a different person, that stage can change, because you don't know what all that person is involved in. If they just involved in one thing, they got a shitload of time, then that stage can be, compacted or expanded, depending.
I mean, and that makes sense. But if you have the conversation, they actually elaborate on what's going on. But if you try to have that conversation, that person is just not wanting to elaborate or is very vague and whatever,
Yeah.
then at that point you have to make the decision if, that person's patterns is going to, affect how
See?
you are going to be with them.
What's funny is I'm 31 years old, right? So my pattern that you may see for a week is not it should not be compared to what's gonna happen in a month, because you don't know what my normal shit is. They got people that'll know more of my pattern that been knowing me for a year than what you would know in 2 weeks. So go off of Instagram. I'll give it to you real easy. I don't post often. I used to post all the time, right? And then I started working a lot, so I post a lot less. That's not necessarily meaning that I won't start posting a lot more, right? But a person that I may be dealing with may feel like, oh, he didn't post that much.
Oh, he's posting all the time. Who's he trying to impress?
Yeah. He doesn't post that much. And then all of a sudden I start posting a lot. They're like, well, why you posting so much? You know what I'm saying? Or like really, I don't post a lot during the week, but let a Saturday come. Saturday I might post like 6, 7, probably 15 posts, like on a story. And now a person who may have just started following me on Monday, ooh, what the fuck is going on here? I do that shit all the time.
I get it though, but I guess us.
Y'all still be wanting, boy.
I'm just saying that.
My bad.
I will take with what you said that, at least for me, what I took from this is that I would like to pay attention more to people's patterns and be able.
No. Yeah. That's not it.
That's what we do, though.
Well, pay attention to people's patterns.
You're the one who said it. It's true.
Yeah, and try to diagnose from there.
In other words, what I'm saying is take a deeper snapshot. Stop taking a fucking snapshot of the last, of the time frame that you know of. You may want to look deeper into the person, because you don't know that person that well. So, in other words, and hopefully you're dealing with people that's on a different level, where it's not like just a surface level type thing. Which those you can go off the pattern, right? If they like a normal duck or some bullshit, right? But if they're a person that may have some substance, then they may have deeper levels to them.
Chase, where were you like a month ago? I should have called you.
At my house, chilling.
Chase, talk to you. But okay.
At my house, chilling.
I get it though. I get what you're saying. We can be a little bit more thorough in how we vet people, and not just do it off of patterns and double texting or vice versa.
So guys,
moral of the
if you're out there
story
right now,
is don't fucking leave me on red.
Guys, if you out there right now.
Wait, in the words of Stacey, if you got time to eat, you got time to go on Instagram, you got time
get on Instagram, you have time to text me back.
Exactly.
If you're out there right now and you would stay sorry, or Jessica Lola 51, understand if you left her on red,
it's a problem.
It's not necessarily
You got time
a
to eat, you can text me.
It's not necessarily a problem. Just make sure that you got a good ass.
You using the restroom, you can text me.
Yeah,
you have time to go to the restroom. You can text me, because I know you brought your phone in the restroom with you. I know you're scrolling through Instagram. You have time to text me.
But
back.
what if I'm straining?
That's like a moment. You're on the toilet. It's a moment.
No, it could be real.
But you know what? In the men's defense,
what if I had too much protein?
If it's a conversation that's deep and you don't have a response, sometimes doing monotonous things helps the thinking process.
Like
so
taking a shit.
If you're going on Instagram and you're just scrolling and liking, maybe in the back of your mind you're thinking about how to answer Stacey's question about where she wants to eat that night. I don't know.
And we know Stacey don't know what the first you want to eat. Boy, I feel sorry for these niggas.
Don't feel sorry. I'm a jewel.
Oh my god.
All right. So, do you guys, when you're in a relationship, do you guys share passwords? Do you share your phone password?
What? For what?
Wait, phone passwords or just passwords in general?
Instagram.
For what?
So,
no.
okay. I feel like the
Hell
ultimate trust and comfortability relationship is when you don't. So I have a rule, actually. This is a rule I use in every single relationship that I've ever been in, and it's done me pretty good. I will never go through your phone. I will never do any of these things. This is my rule. It may not work for everybody. I will never do any of these things, but I will do it once. And if I don't see anything incriminating the time that I do it, it could be the first month, the 2 years down the line, it doesn't matter. If I don't see anything incriminating, I will never do it again. But if at one time that I happen to look or I see it and I see something, then we got trust issues.
Okay. So, I don't like sharing passwords.
But,
I don't
it's a
feel like
trust
that I
issue
have
anyway.
to. The only time that this really came up for me is, of course, someone that cheated, right? Like cheated
Yeah.
and did all these things, and I decided to take them back. But they felt the need to make sure that I had all their passwords and things. I guess that was like their way of showing me that, you can trust me.
Yeah,
I'm not doing anything. But like I definitely do not go through anybody's phone. Like I don't want to have to go through that work, because typically when you do, you find something that you don't
really don't
want
wanna
to
see.
see. And I mean, you can always say, well, I was supposed to see that, or whatever the case may be. But like, there's always going to be something, whether it's like an old message or,
and you
But
might
see,
not
I
have
don't care.
context.
But see,
You
like,
might
I
not
don't
have
care about.
context around that shit.
Well, yeah, I'm saying I don't care about that stuff neither, though, because like especially like with my ex-husband, that was never an issue. Like if girls want to message him or people want to message him, like, all right, I trust you that you're not going to respond or that you're going to say something, whatever. Like, I feel like if I have to worry at any point in our relationship that you're going to talk to these people in your DMs, and we don't need to be in this relationship. Like,
but like, I'm not even saying like to the point of them talking to like other women, like, because I had a situation with this same person. When they gave me their passwords, their phone was going off. They said, hey, could you answer the phone? I answer it, and then I go through the messages.
I feel like my nigga had an extra phone or some shit.
No, he didn't.
He's stupid.
But when I went through the phone, he was messaging someone close to me that was like having a hard time and like giving them money. And like, it pissed me off, because it was like, you shouldn't be doing this. Like, it was something else that they shouldn't have been. They shouldn't have been doing. Huh?
You can't help your people.
It was a situation where it was, someone with a drug problem, like that they probably shouldn't have been doing that. And like, that's what pissed me off, because it was like, this is going on. Like, why are you feeding into this? So infidelity, that I wasn't even looking for, but that's what I went upon.
That,
and I
if you're
didn't
not
like
telling me about it, then why? What? There's always a reason why people don't tell you something, even if it's innocent. Like, you should be able to tell them. Like, why wouldn't like?
Right, but men don't think that everything is super important to tell women when they're in a relationship. Like, something that we feel like was a big deal, they might not think it's a big deal. I mean,
this is true.
So
I agree with that for sure. Because sometimes you'll do some shit like, all right, let me, all right, babe.
Right.
It'd be real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even like, I'm not even, because then sometimes you don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Let me just get this over with. I ain't even going to bring it up.
Yeah, I don't need passwords. I don't need any of that stuff.
I'm good on
it's
that.
Not that.
Yeah, I don't either. I think again, that's one of those things that come with time.
But back to Jessica's thing, that's how, she was saying, I'm going to go through your shit once.
It's worked.
And then if I go through it once
and I may not even go through it. I may just see it ring, and I may pick it up and be, hey, your phone rang, and I see a message pop up, and I may read it.
But if you jump, if I hand you your phone, then that, like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, because there are certain reactions, you make sure your phone's down. I can't, oh, look at this, but I can't hold it. Like, yeah, that's something else. That clearly there's something going on.
You know what funny thing that happened though all the time? This shit crazy. It'll be that one time that the chick that you fucking with pick up your phone. And it'd be a chick that you ain't talked to in forever. I swear to God. It'll be somebody that hit you up in forever, like, hey, what you up to?
Yep.
Motherfucker.
Booty pic.
What you
What the fuck is this?
No, real shit. Real shit. I'm serious. Like, that, you don't even fuck. I've had, man, come on. Anyway.
I don't know. I'm an adult now. Like, I could, in my younger years, I could see how maybe I was a little crazy then, or it happened. But, like, especially now, like, there's so much stuff that gets shared via text, group chat, like, people that get your phone numbers. I feel like I owe whoever it is an explanation if they were to get a random text message like, hey, how you doing? Boom, booty pic.
Yeah, it's some shit like that happen, but, bro, that is crazy.
I mean, it's never happened to me personally. Like, I've never had to deal with that, but...
You had about 4 dick pics came when you was out on a date.
No, no, can't say. I've had other guys text me while I'm on a date.
But that's what I'm talking about.
But I wasn't like dating this guy. Like, I just,
matter.
I was weeding people out.
Yeah, this is a real question because this happened to me. So I told you guys that I don't have the attention span to focus on more than one man at a time. So I thought it was a great idea. I was talking to these 3 guys, and I thought it was a great idea to tell them all 3 about each other, like so that just in case I got names mixed up or anything like that. Like I just wanted to be open and honest. Like, hey, I'm trying to pick between the 3 of you. Let me tell you guys about each other.
Did you use those words?
Oh my god!
It was yes.
I'd have been out.
Okay, so. It actually went well, like, the first week. Yeah, like, I was able to, I didn't have to lie. Like, I didn't have to say, oh, I'm on the phone with my mom, or, I'm on
you ain't gotta
I'm with my son. But,
anyway.
like, it's just kind of one of those, like, you're talking about your day, or you're talking about what you were doing.
And you was talking about other niggas?
I talked to Carlos and this and that, or whatever people's names were.
And he's taking me out to,
Yeah, that's what I did. And so,
that's
one
horrible.
didn't last long at all. Like, he was
But
like, he got really pissed off. But I didn't know that. I just started dating. Like, this was my first time ever dating. So, and I just wanted to be honest, and it didn't work. But this is the reason why I only can focus on one guy at a time.
It ain't even about that.
Really
no, everybody talk about this shit, y'all don't want to know.
What?
A motherfucker don't want to know about the other person.
But I was trying to be open.
No.
I felt like I was doing the right thing.
Stop. All that bullshit.
I felt like I was doing the right thing at the time.
That's all bullshit.
I
know. I understand.
They don't. They don't want to know. I don't tell them about each other.
You don't want to know. Don't act like you want to know. All the motherfuckers should say is I'm dating. Why? Because it's your personal business. All the thoughts and shit about the motherfuckers that you talking to on the phone or some shit, and you not in a relationship, you don't need to be sharing it with nobody.
Yeah, I know that now.
Yeah,
I learned.
That's crazy
I learned
sauce.
She lost all 3 of them, but she know now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she understands. Hell no. I be down.
I did.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. I'd have been gone right then.
Yeah, no.
Just
One tried to last, and then like one night he just went insane. And was like, who the fuck are you with? And I was like, oh my God. Yes.
Oh my God.
Because you gotta think about it like this. In the male role of this dating game, I'm spending money for, basically to get to know you, right? So what he's getting on the back end is I'm spending money to get to know you. Also, are these other 2 niggas that's spending money to get to know you. And males being naturally competitive, it's crazy. That is crazy.
But like, exactly, you said, where is that competitive spirit? Okay,
No,
you know there's 2 other men in this race.
You see,
you should win this race.
I don't know if Stacey.
But
I
like
don't know if
some
Stacey
things are
knows
just
how
better
fucked up she
left
looks on this one.
unsaid to where we just don't tell people.
This
and
is-
we just,
ladies,
we weed them out on
ladies.
our own.
Hey, ladies.
Don't do that.
Don't be Stacey already.
Don't do that.
What she just did, I know she bullshit. Don't do that.
What happened to the competitive spirit?
No. Yeah, but
No.
really, but
It's
see,
not a thing anymore.
but what you're saying right now, I hope you bullshitting. I really do.
Like, Stacey, let me
But
help you pick one.
There
for
are
yourself.
there are a number of women that are doing that, and I'll say it's gonna be. I'm not gonna say upper echelon. I'm gonna say it's gonna be like these not New York, but like all these women that got these surgical bodies and shit. All these the women that like they got implants or what I'm saying, like the video chicks and all
Right.
that. They all going to the
Instagram
highest
models.
bidder. So the whole
That's not what I was doing at all.
I was like, Stacey is a.
Oh
where's
my
the competitive
God.
spirit.
That is not what I was doing at all.
But see, women are wordsmiths, competitive spirit. Who trying to pay for this ass?
Never
You
in
said,
my life.
I'm not saying you saying
I
that.
know, but
But when you say it like that-
sometimes you meet 2 great guys at one time,
Oh my
and you're just
God,
trying
bro.
to
Here we
weed them
go.
out and pick one. You're
Here we
like,
go.
and then
But what
one
he's
day,
saying is don't tell them about each other.
well,
It's
yeah,
pretty
we're
much
not
what
gonna.
he's saying.
I'd never tell them about each other, but I'm like Stacey in the fact that I can't focus on maybe more than 2 at the same time. It's a lot of work because then I gotta tell 2 people about my days. I gotta make time
Can
for
we
2
do a
different
group
days.
chat?
This is
Tell
why.
both of
It's
This is why-
can you just tell me what your worst habit is first? That way I can just hurry up and weed you out, or
This is
just
why I'm
something.
on a break, people.
Shut up. He's not on
This
a break.
type of
Ladies,
shit,
he is not on
I'm
a
on a
break.
break,
Please
'cause
slide into
it
King
is-
Colin P's DMs. 'cause
It's out of line
he's
out
ready.
here. It's out of line out
He's
here.
approximately
It's not.
6 foot. Wait, how tall are you, Chase?
6 feet.
6 foot.
Is it?
He
Are you
dresses
sure?
pretty nice.
Hey,
Does
I'm
a great
good.
job, ladies.
Yes, he's kind of
I'm good.
lovely.
Yes.
Because
Great
y'all-
sense of
Slide
humor.
into those DMs, ladies.
I don't even have
He
DMs.
likes to Netflix and
You're a
chill.
liar.
I'm about to turn
he
my
does
DMs
like to
off.
Netflix and chill.
He gives
Don't do that.
Jameson and wine
I'm gonna turn off my
glasses.
color
He
mix.
does, and then he let me drink it out of the bottle. Look at these classy man.
I definitely don't want that shit no
He
more.
likes his he likes his mom. His mom
After
likes
these-
him.
After these niggas been competing.
Here's the thing. I'm not fucking any of these men. Like, I've never.
And we
fucked
know.
Any of
That's the other crazy
She ain't
part.
lying.
That's
Definitely
other-
not lying.
That takes me back to what we were talking about earlier. An old friend of mine from Chicago, this chick went on 13 dates, I believe, in a 2-week period. And I'm like, how do you even have time to do this?
What's the acceptable amount of dates per week should she have gone on?
Mine,
7, 'cause
mine
it's
is
7
I'ma
days.
say
mine is
3.
a week.
Three.
I'ma say
Okay,
3.
3 different men or
Man,
3 dates
I mean,
with the same.
look,
man?
I'm trying to be as open as possible for y'all. And if y'all out here single, I say 3. And the only reason why I say
That's a lot. That's
I
3
know
different
it's a lot.
times. I have to put on full face of makeup, get dressed, pick
See,
out
no,
outfits.
it's not. No, it's not. You could put them niggas in a row.
Oh, take him out of a bar and be
Brunch.
like, all right, guys. Oh,
Brunch, lunch, dinner.
Or
I
just
mean,
all at one time.
Stacey,
take them all to
bruh.
Together.
trivia at a bar or something. But,
And
hey
if
guys,
you
we're
are-
all on the same team.
And if you an old man out here, you know what I'm saying, and you about to die, Stacey is perfect for you
Shut the
because
fuck up.
she is.
Shut the fuck up.
She's gonna meet this quota. Goddamn it.
Fucking hate you. So, have you guys ever? Okay, do y'all slide in DMs? Has anybody
No.
slipped and
Nah,
slide in
bro.
anybody's?
I just
DMs?
can't. I mean, I get the concept of people sliding into my DMs.
I'm
I just
chilling.
don't take the time to look through people's accounts and decide if
I don't
wanna
even know what to
message
say in
them.
a DM. Like, I'm so whack.
Great pictures.
I do not want to say like, ooh, what the fuck do you say in a DM? I like how you did that there.
You know whose DMs I do slide into though?
Mm.
Is like people I like I look up to. Like,
Yeah, because you know they ain't gonna say shit back.
well, no, I have some that are like
Oh.
wellness people, motivational speakers, all that stuff, and I'm like, that was a great quote, and they'll put stuff back.
What is
Those
that?
the only-
What they quote back? They go, thank you. Like, what's that quote? What was one of the quotes you received back?
No, like they'll post a video. It's like a wellness video, and she's talking about like anxiety, all these great things, and I'll be like, "Ugh, you go, girl," and I'll put something like, "You go, girl." I don't know
Yeah.
her, and she'll,
What she
those
say
are the
back?
people's things I slide into their DMs.
But do they say something back?
Not all the time, sometimes.
But what do they say back? Like, give me an
Like,
example.
thanks, girl, or just
Okay.
they don't.
They just reply to.
We don't
whatever they
become
just
Yeah,
best
yeah,
friends
yeah.
when we
I
go
was-
out to
no,
drink
no. I was-
every Wednesday. It's just I don't. Those are the only people's DMs I slide into.
No. I was just trying to see if it was like like it was like their actual account or it was like people have like their account that somebody runs for them
Right.
and they just they're paid to reply to your shit. That's all.
I mean, I don't know if it's their manager or them, but hey, I gotta reply. It's fine.
You gotta
So
reply.
you don't slide into DMs. You don't slide into
Nah,
DMs.
man. Nah.
I've responded to people who slide into my DMs like maybe twice out of like a whole
Ooh.
bunch,
Ooh.
I
and that's
slid
only
into
because I
someone's
looked at
But
their
you know what
Instagram.
You know what the new DM slide is?
What?
The story comment.
Because it goes to your DMs. So yeah,
It goes to your DM, but it's like it's you know what I mean. It's not as like creepy.
that's true too.
Because
Oh,
you
I
like
watched
it's
your
on the
story.
story.
Great picture. You're beautiful. Blah blah.
Nah, you should be like,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, damn, you wrote that report.
I've slid into a couple DMs
Oh,
before.
She has.
I knew it.
I have. I want to say one almost was a success story, but it was the same one that I stopped talking to when I started talking to somebody else.
She did my nigga dirty.
I know. I slid into his
She slid
DM.
into his DM, and then she left that nigga on red, basically, and then tried to double back. But
Hey,
then
she looked.
But then,
She was
hold
like, "Oh,
on.
it looked nice."
But then y'all talk about.
It was an accident. I'm sorry.
She accidentally typed, "Hey boo, how you doing? Looking nice." And then she's like, "Oh, I didn't mean to type all that."
Okay, so aside from the stories, like people responding to your stories, like what's a good DM slide? Like what's the one where you're like, I gotta respond to that? That's not like a response to a story.
Damn.
Oh,
That's
asking
kinda-
hard questions.
Yeah, that was a double entendre. Well, you gotta respond.
Where you're just like, oh
They would
yeah,
have
like
to-
this is good, like
Yeah, they would have to say something that was like actually on par with what you meant by what you posted. Like,
Yeah.
it couldn't be something that was surface level.
right. Like one guy was like, I'll take you out for pasta. I was like, bitch, I look like I like pasta.
What's wrong with pasta? Damn, that's crazy.
But yeah,
I had
mean,
one
maybe
guy,
if I
he's
like
like,
pasta, I would have been like, damn,
let's
this
go on
a
a
good
blind
deal.
date tomorrow at 7 p.m. And I look like some guy sent me a request, and I looked and I was like, the hell am I gonna go? Your profile isn't even unprivate, and your thing is like a picture of a baseball. Like, I can't even. Who are you? Like, it's no.
So what's a DM that you've responded to that wasn't like they didn't respond to a story, but you were.
To be honest, the two that I've responded to were only because I looked at their Instagram and they were actually like very cute, and I was like, oh, you're cute. I'm gonna respond to this. Hey, gorgeous, today.
Right.
See, why it can't
did
be about
anything
their
come of
heart?
that?
Why can't it be about their heart?
No, because after like one of them, I was looking at his picture. I was like, chances are, I don't know. It didn't look like his profile was like, not that it wasn't real, but it's like,
Yeah.
his responses were just so generic. I was like, is this a robot? Like,
Yeah.
don't slide in my DM with "Hey, gorgeous" and then give me one word answers. Like,
Ugh.
yeah, don't
I
hack
can't
me.
even- I'm so horrible. Like the whole like "Hey, gorgeous" shit, or like "Hey, beautiful."
So how would you
I
do
like
it?
things with.
I don't know, cause I'm not good with like pet names and shit. Like
Well, it's not even pet names,
I
but
don't like
I've
how it
I've had
sounds coming
guys-
out my mouth.
had
like-
guys slide into my DM that I didn't respond to.
Like
only,
my word
like,
is "ma'am."
Ma'am.
That's your pet word.
Ma'am.
Hey,
It's not even
ma'am.
pet. It's not even pet. It's
It's
just
just
like
what he says.
this.
Hey,
is
ma'am.
just what I say.
Ma'am.
Okay, so what's a,
Not like
I know
Ma'am.
I know you responded to a DM slide. What did it look like?
So my thing about DM slides is this: I'll respond, but it be in a certain context, right? So if it's a person that I've known previously, and we may have lost touch or whatever, and then all of a sudden you're back, all of a sudden because of something I posted, I hate this shit. Cause it's like, where you went?
That was a very direct question. Where you went? What happened?
I felt like I needed to respond for her.
Did you die?
I was working. I was busy.
You'd be like, oh, you saw this picture of me like leaving the gym, and all of a sudden, oh, damn, you tired? It'd be like some weird.
Oh, are you
some
tired
weird
from the
shit.
gym?
Cause I put like on a picture. This
I'm
shit just
tired.
happened. I'm like, I'm tired as fuck, but I'm still in here. Oh yeah, you tired? Question mark. Yes, bitch. I just said I'm tired.
So
I
what
don't
is
wanna
one that you
talk.
responded to? I need an example. Pull it out. Pull out your. My mind's in the gutter.
6 inches deep, Chase.
I'm dead.
Okay,
I'm dead.
no, I need a successful like one that you responded to,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you may not have known them already. Something
No,
good.
there was one that of a chick that I knew where my cousin that previously told me about it. He's like, oh bro, man, you should follow her, blah blah blah. And it was where I did the whole comment on the story thing
Okay.
where like she was writing a paper, and I literally was like, damn, like it wasn't even like a slide situation. I'm like, bro, I hate writing. And I said, bro, I could not be writing that.
That's still a slide. You slid in there.
It
but
is.
It didn't have to
but
be
it
all
was
whatever,
like-
but it was.
It was like, and then like I talked, then that was it. Like I left her like that. I probably didn't talk to her for like 2 weeks. And then I think it was something I did. She slid in, like she basically did the same kind
Responded
of
to a
situation.
story.
Right, a story response. And then another like 2-3 weeks, something went on. Clearly, you could tell when somebody's looking at your stories, right?
Right.
And then there was a question of,
Love that feature.
where do you live? Like, oh, you live in Houston? Oh, okay, well, I'm going to be out there, in this time period. Will you be available to get lunch or something?
Okay. So it mainly
Did
came
y'all
from
have
the story.
lunch?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Did it go well? What does that mean?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he ain't with it right now, so I guess it means it went like how we said.
It went, it was straight.
Has anyone slid in your DMs and you actually went out with him? No. Well, I was gonna say, have you ever been curved by sliding in someone's DMs? But y'all say y'all never slide in anybody's DMs.
mean,
No,
Just because you be sliding them
I
motherfuckers like King
I could
Griffey
slip
Jr.
and slide. I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. I've only slid into maybe like 3 DMs, and only. Yeah, never mind.
I mean, does dating apps count as getting curved
No,
on?
because you're kind of already there for that.
Because
like on
you
social
match,
media.
and then like you could say something and they could say something, and you just don't respond. You know, like is that a curve kind of?
That's a curve.
Yes,
that is
I was
kind
like,
of a curve.
but like not like the one you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's essentially the same on dating apps. I guess you're kind of getting curved. Has there ever been Because I have a friend. Never mind, I don't have a friend.
No, you got
Friend, she already put you on blast. Sorry.
No, I have a friend, and like we met, like she met this guy, and then after the fact, like found him on social media. Yeah, and then like a few days later, requested
But like which
him,
social media? Facebook,
Instagram. And then like slid into his DMs like a couple days after the request, and like he didn't respond.
But I feel okay. Wait, so I feel like it's more acceptable to be curved on Instagram though, because like if she tried to add him on Facebook, because I feel like Facebook's more personal, family, whatever, and then you try to slide in their messenger, like that's kind of weird. But like Instagram, you have so many people that follow you that you may not follow back. That like sometimes you don't even know you have messages from people who don't even know you unless you click there and click on this other thing, and it shows you all these messages of people who want to request to send you a message. I don't know. I just feel like it's more acceptable to be curbed on Instagram than Facebook.
Yeah, it is. That's true. Facebook is definitely more of a personal.
Because I've had people request me on Facebook that are like, oh, I hate this. I hate when like one of your friends, mutual friends, whoever decides to add you on Facebook and then try to talk to you in Messenger.
No, or they
so annoying.
Call. Like the first time I got a Facebook call,
oh, that's weird.
I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then whoever it was calling back to back to back to back to back to back. Like it was the craziest thing. I had to turn that feature off.
They need to talk.
I didn't want to talk to them.
It's
so
like
weird.
Facebook. My family's on here. There's like baby pictures. Like, go away. Stop requesting me.
I'm good.
So yeah, I don't know. Have you ever been curved?
Have I been curved? I'm sure I have. I think if I've been curved, it's more been like a left on red situation where
I guess that's kind of one in the same.
Well, you could be left on scene on Instagram.
Nope, I'm taking my shit back. I was actually telling my friends. Why? I think it's this Jameson. Just got me talking.
I do that on Instagram.
Yeah,
my friend on Instagram, my meme friend, he'll send me a meme or I'll send a meme, and if he doesn't respond to my meme or vice versa, I'm like, what the fuck? I wasted that meme sending you. There wasn't even a response or an emoji.
Yeah.
But that's like a different
Give it
kind
back.
Yeah.
Give me back all my likes. I'm unfriending you. Give it all back. I want all my shit back.
I'm deleting this message thread. Bye.
No, that's like I say, I'm on break. I am definitely on break. It's just too much going on, man.
He's not on break. Like,
Too many social media rules, too many text message rules.
It's too much. Like, if you listen to this conversation and then, like, you go back, like, 30 years ago, like, none of this shit was a topic.
It was not a factor.
It was not a factor.
It was much easier.
It was much like, my dad tells me all the time, he was like, y'all have way too many, like, choices. You have way too many choices. He said back then, it was like either the motherfucker that's on your street that's cute or the person that's on the next street that's cute.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's how it was back
now
then. Now
you getting people getting
it's
flued
the
out.
whole world. They getting flued.
People getting flued out.
They getting
Flued
sicked out.
Flown?
No, it's
that's
flued
two
out.
different
It's
things.
flued.
That's two different things.
It's flued out.
Flown out. You not a hoe.
Flued out. You getting flued out.
Flued out. That nigga paying for everything.
Is there an Urban Dictionary for that?
Look, it's definitely in the Urban Dictionary.
Oh, look it up.
Getting flued
Look it
out.
up.
I can't believe you haven't heard of that.
I don't get flued out nowhere.
It was what one of the city girl. She was like giving these instructions to a contest of some sort, and she was like, "Yeah, you're gonna get flued out," instead of saying flying out, whatever she was gonna say. Yeah, and it just took off from there. You don't believe me? Why are you checking like I'm lying?
No, I want to see what the actual Urban Dictionary.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, flown out is it's exactly what it sounds like. I mean, somebody's paying for your plane ticket. Somebody.
The example
is paying,
they gave was City Girls Twerk Challenge will pick the top 25 girls. The top 25 girls will get flued out.
That was where it came from.
They didn't even give a whole definition. They just repeated the
Yeah.
shit.
Repeated what she said, pretty much.
Nah, man.
So how do we feel about sexting?
What?
Sexting. She wanted to say sexting, y'all, but
Did
she's
she?
such an angel she couldn't say it. Sexting. You're welcome,
She an
Stacey.
angel?
Yes.
How is Stacey trying to peg one of y'all?
I'm not. I don't want to peg anybody.
She cares about your
I'm
prostate.
just saying, like, if someone asked me, like, my immediate answer wouldn't just be no. Like, I would think about
What?
it. I would think about
That
it.
changed from earlier.
That sounds like the
now
same
she's
shit.
going towards yes.
No, I would think about it.
Yes earlier.
I already said that I was curious about my stroke game.
Exactly.
Like, I said that
curious
already.
See, man, look. Like I said, women are professionals at terminology. They are professionals. I'm curious about my stroke game. How do you find out how your stroke game is, Stacey?
Put a strap on and do your man.
Okay, so what does that mean? You gonna do it in the wind?
Do what in the wind?
Would you just put a strap on and just you know what I mean?
because you have to direct it. Right?
You see
like
what I'm
you do.
saying?
Do you direct your penis where it needs to go?
Of
I would like
course.
to direct whatever.
This is what I'm saying. So this means that Stacey, look what I said earlier. One of y'all, hey bro, you over there?
I'm not.
You no, not you. You.
I'm not.
Stacey ready. Bro.
I'm just saying that it's not like a no. Like, I would be curious as to why.
No.
No.
It might be
Like,
like a,
Is it like what? I need to know your mindset around it. Like, is it because you like
What?
you've never done it before and you're curious about doing it? Like, is it the pleasure that could come from it? Have you done it before?
I'm too
Like, would I
old.
be your first?
I'm
Like,
too old for all this. I'm too old for this conversation.
Stacey got questions that need answers.
I do, but I
so
definitely.
gentlemen,
can go,
if you are out there, just have these answers ready to the ones you just listed.
but I
And
can
if
I
you
can
on
also go my
Instagram-
entire life without ever pegging.
She
someone to
say
be
that.
fine.
She say she could go her entire life, or she could just go the next week. So if you out there,
Oh my gosh, why are you always trying to give us up?
give y'all up.
Yes.
Y'all ain't pegging each other or me. So therefore, if you out there
Why are you giving us up?
and you you just need some
Ladies.
some thrusting.
What Chase is really saying is you need to slide in
Bruh.
his DMs
Yes.
with the most epic
Actually,
DM
you could
response
slide into
ever.
our DMs and we'll put you on.
Hell no.
Yes, we will.
Not with
We'll
what
bring you on as a guest.
Not with what Jessica think is attractive.
We'll-
She's like,
we'll
oh,
bring-
she's
yeah.
so
Okay.
pretty.
Well,
I'm
then
like,
slide
damn,
into my
not
DMs
cute.
if you would like to.
There you
I
heard
don't
what
say
she
no girls
said.
are ugly. Like
Yeah,
everybody's,
slide into my DMs
everybody's
and I will,
beautiful.
I will
Chase.
assess who
You
we will bring
know.
on the
You know.
podcast.
See, I hate
So
when
that
women say that.
Mr.
Women
Chase-
know when other women are not attractive. Women know that, and women can tell like what.
But
a
attracted to
certain person will
who?
like.
Because like
See what I'm saying?
everybody's
It's type-
attracted to
your
different
type could be
people.
different from someone else's. type.
No. I'm not. When I say unattractive, I guess I am just referring to me. I'm not calling anybody ugly. What I'm saying is like for your male friends, if the girl will, because girls always say, "Oh no, she's not right for you."
Right.
Women say that all the time.
Right. So with that being said, ladies, I know
Oh no.
what's right.
And if we
For
don't know
Colin
what's
P.
right, we'll figure it out. But you just
Yeah.
need to get with us first, so
Yes.
we could.
We'll
Start making
filter.
the
We'll
cuts.
filter you guys
Just so
out.
all y'all
He's
know,
a great guy.
neither one of these nice young ladies know me well enough to know anything we're talking about right
We
now.
do. We could find
We're
a
at
great
his house
girl
every
for you.
Sunday now. We the name of his dog.
Yes.
Oh shit!
She loves us.
We practically.
They said we know the
practically
name
live
of
here.
his dog. Everybody that knows
His
that's
mom
in
knitted
the.
us this blanket.
Damn.
Thanks, Mom.
She did.
It's a great blanket.
Yes, we're
It
gonna
is.
find you a daughter-in-law
Yes.
soon.
Oh, they want that. Oh my
Soon.
god.
See, we got you.
My grandma's like, baby, you don't have to get married, but you gonna have some kids.
You gonna have some
See?
kids?
So you want me
We
out
got
here
you.
paying
We
child
got you,
support?
Graham.
They sound so adorable.
Grams
Can
and
I have
mom, we
them?
got you.
But why do y'all want me out here just paying child support randomly?
You're not. You're not. We're gonna find you a wife.
Man,
Slide into my DMs,
A
ladies.
keeper.
Yes.
all my boys out there paying child support, bro, and y'all keeping up with y'all payments.
Please.
And those of you that are not,
That's real shit.
Please.
Hey, and shout out to all y'all out there that ain't gotta pay child support because y'all doing so much. For real. For real.
I don't have an opinion.
Do
I'm
you
not swayed either way.
do you know how like hard it is for a guy not to have to pay child support? Because the system is normally kind of set up for the woman to.
That's not true.
yeah,
That's not
that's
true.
Really? So
That's not
break
true.
that down.
That's not true.
Break that down.
it's not in today's top. That's a
Ooh,
long
Not
conversation.
man.
I got some feelings about that as well.
Yeah,
so.
not
That's a
today.
good one. We just found another topic. For real.
The birth of a great podcast
Well,
topic.
That's all we got for today.
Well,
Yeah, that-
snap. We might need to talk about. No, I'm joking. We don't have to. So back to Chase. He is a spiritual person.
Yes.
What?
He takes
Spiritual
great
being.
photos. He could probably take y'all's own wedding photos. So
He will be in the wedding and take the wedding pictures.
yep. Don't know how he's gonna do it, but he'll make it happen.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
He's a man
So,
of many talents.
If we said anything helpful about your form of communication, you should probably comment below. If we didn't, you could still comment below. And you could like and subscribe because that would be awesome. That was it.
Guys.
Can we try to say Houston, I'm just saying together again?
He's
Guys.
not gonna listen.
Hey, guys. Hello, brethren. I'm here. It's Colin P. King Colin P.
It's going to happen when we actually get boyfriends and he can't pitch us anymore.
I can still pitch him.
Okay. Oh,
hey,
then we're going to
I told him,
then
I was
we're
like-
gonna have to bring him
I
on the
have-
I
podcast
told him,
at
I was
some
like,
point.
if he ever gets a girlfriend, like, is she gonna be?
I have
She's not gonna let us
two.
over?
I have two really nice young ladies here. One is Spanish. The other one is mixed up.
You said she mixed up. You're like, okay.
We're all fucked up.
You know, if you would like Jessica
No.
Lola 51, I just gave you her Instagram or Stace_Art. Just go ahead and slide in there.
There's an I at the end of Ari, just in case anybody was wondering.
It's Ari. Why wouldn't there be an I?
I'm
Well,
dead.
apparently me and Chase don't know that.
No, it's the Stacy part that we be fucking up. We don't put the E in. It
So
be
it's
just
definitely not spelled regular. It's
It be
spelled
like
with
Stacy,
the
I-
Stace.
yeah, Stacy. It's like anyway, bro. If y'all out there, bro,
Yeah, don't.
if y'all want to get
No.
pegged,
King,
she the
King,
one.
King Callan
She the
P.
If it's three of
Like
y'all out
call
there,
with an E at the
if
end.
it's like three of y'all out there and y'all just trying to date her at the same time, provide her with enough meals for the week. Just if y'all could just slide.
Have-
They were
Y'all
all
would-
even feeding me.
Exactly. Y'all, just slide in her DMs consecutively.
She's pretty vegan / pescatarian, so just be prepared for
Just
that.
be prepared, bro. You have to get the appetizers. Anyway,
We're done.
Yeah,
We're done.
bye
With
guys.
y'all anyways.
we're done.
I can lay roses at your feet. So only morning till what is on your shoes.